Hello all, Namaskar. Welcome you back again after so many days. Again, welcome you back. Basically, this is regarding a lot of students have asked those who are giving mains that what do we do and what shall we prioritize now because around 23 days are there left for the mains. So basically, whether to attempt any test or not, how do we do all those things? So basically, this session is to address all those queries. If any one of you has any query and anyone is writing mails, then you can please mention it in the comments. Else, I'll tell what I need to tell. Okay, basically, the number one thing that many of you ask that how do we manage time? Like my answers are not getting completed within the what you say the time that is there. Like in 3 hours, in 3 hours, you are not able to write all the 20 questions. So what to do? So there might be the what I have said already, that if your speed is slow, then you need to write it very fast. Number two thing, if your thinking is the problem, that you cannot think very what you say very fast, then brainstorming is the only way out. We have discussed brainstorming in the previous sessions. Please try to recollect all those things are there with respect to any chapter and note them down and repeat them, and that is that we have discussed. If there is anything else, I have also said you about the pen. Pen plays a very important role while writing the mains. You can check the pen also. There are other thing, please check whether your handwriting is very small and you are crossing the word limit and all those things, because if your handwriting is very small and you are writing 3 pages for each answer, that means you are crossing the word limit by a huge margin, and you will be writing one question in a lot of minutes and not in a very what you say, not the time allotted, that is the 7 minute for 10 markers and the 15 minutes for 15 not 10 minutes for 15 markers. So that might be an issue. So with all these things, you will be able to write your answers properly. There is another way in which you can complete your answers very fast. That is, you can add some what you say, some diagrams, some flow charts, some maps, some schematics. The current word that is being used, some micro diagrams. So by putting them here and there, you can write your answers very well, and you will be able to complete the answers very properly. Because in fact, in my 2020 attempt, I faced this issue that I could not complete the paper properly. But in 2021, by changing the pen, by doing more brainstorming, and by making my thinking ability very sharp and fast, and one more thing, you can make your small short notes, very small notes of keywords and all those things that are needed in one single page, and you can revise them more and more and more. Because see, for example, if a question comes on NGO, then if you have your very small short notes ready with you, then you can recollect all the points. So it may not be a direct question that you have prepared, but you will recollect all the points and you can modify your answers according to that. So these are all the things that you can do if you are not able to complete your paper within time. So I will again I will again repeat it for you. Number one thing, if your handwriting is slow, please try to write. Try to increase your handwriting speed, because that is something that is non-compromisable. You cannot compromise with that. If you are not able to think properly, please do brainstorming properly. Regarding brainstorming, we have a different session. You can watch that. Number three, if you are having issue with the pen, your hand is paining a lot, then please change the pen. Regarding if you have asked the pen, I have made a separate video on that. I use Pentel Energel 0.7 mm, and that is perfectly fine. It is butter flow, and it is, the flow is like butter. It is very smooth and very less friction. You can definitely try that. Number four, please check whether your handwriting is very small and you are writing a lot of pages. You are writing, you are way beyond crossing your word limit. If that is an issue, then definitely you will not be able to complete the paper. Number five, please try to add diagrams, schematics, flow chart, and other things in your answers, because they will reduce the time that is required, and they will add value to your answers, and you will be able to fill up your space. So these are some things that are there. And one more thing I would say, that whenever you write your answers, if possible, please check it with some toppers copy. You will see how they have managed all those things with respect to them. See, with respect to philosophy, we can take it later and towards the end of the session. I'll just tell you all the general things about means, then we will go with respect to philosophy. So this is something, how can we complete the paper. Now, number two thing, what we should focus now, GS or optional. See, for example, now around 23 days are there. I feel the last 10 days, mostly, maybe last 7 days, you can focus exclusively on GS, maybe 90% of your time. And you can prepare very small short notes regarding, because I have optional of philosophy. I know that in each philosophical chapter there are some keywords, and if I will see those keywords every day, then I will remember it. So I am telling you about first about the last 7 days maybe. In this, you can exclusively focus on GS around 90% of the time. But if you feel that you are forgetting your optional, then what you can do, you can make the only write the keywords of your important topics, and you can see that only for 10% of the time. In fact, during the last 3 to 4 days, just before the mains, you can completely leave the optional, because after that you will get again 5 days. This is something, this is again your own way. How do you feel it? If you feel that reading optional is complete waste during the last 7 days, then you can skip it altogether. But if you feel that you are forgetting it, I will say please go through the keywords maybe for 15 to 20 minutes each day during the last few days. And before that, from now to those last 7 days, the 15 days gap, in that you can do, I will say, gradually increase the time you are giving to GS. Gradually move away from the optional, because for optional again you will get exclusive 5 days after the completion of GS 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can gradually reduce your time with respect to that. Okay, gradually reduce, and maybe if you are giving 50% time now, gradually reduce it every day. And I will say do smart work. Please focus on the thematics. Please focus on the PYQs. Please find very important areas from where question is coming. Don't go here and there. Don't read so many things which you cannot apply in the answers. And here again the best way out is there is a infodemic. The current trend is very of infodemic. Okay. So current trend is of infodemic. Why I'm telling the term infodemic? Because there is a surplus of information. I have seen during the last mains also, many coaching institute, they will offer a lot of courses to you for free or at a very nominal cost, and you have to submit your mains admit card and all those things. So if you are doing all those things, please first try to ascertain yourself whether do you need it, whether you will be able to reproduce that in your answers. If you feel that you cannot do that because you are not complete with your existing sources, then I will say don't get into FOMO and restrict yourself. If you feel that they are certainly adding values, please go, that is fine. Because for example, for me, I don't get, if you will just give me one something that I don't know, even just before entering the mains hall, I'm ready with that. I can take that. I don't get anxious and all those things. I read from different sources. But that is not with the most of the students. If you are among the students who get if you see any new material just a few days before the exam, if you get disheartened or anxious, then don't go into all those things, because that will not work. Please restrict your sources. If you're that type of person, please don't get into FOMO. A lot of coaching institutes will give you a lot of materials for free now in the next 15 to 15 to last few days. So don't get into FOMO. If you are feeling that adding value, please go through them, and that will help. Okay. Just a minute. Someone has asked something. Just a minute. Okay. I'm not able to see the chat. Okay. So how to cover mains 365 covering page? It's too lengthy. See, again for mains 365, Simranji have asked how to cover mains 365 after covering PYQ. See, from PYQ, what do? From PYQ, we just identify the themes, very important themes, and if you have solved PYQ, then you can identify some points. Now comes the term of mains 365. See, in mains 365, it is around 80, 90 or 100 pages book. And if you will read it, you cannot recollect it, all of the things. So what is my approach? I have already told you before also, I rely mostly on, I relied last time on all inclusive IAS. That had helped me a lot with respect, because I don't go through mains 365 last time. In all inclusive IAS, he had identified some important chapters and had given some very short notes that had helped me immensely. But if you are going through mains 365 again, then I will say please identify very important topics. Please make them priority basis. For example, if in mains 365 polity, a chapter is given on president, on vice president, please mark it as very important, because this year president election has happened. So this is very important chapter. So please mark them. Please do priority basis. And then see only value addition points, because most of the things you will be knowing. See only value addition points, and please, it is again your own self exercise. Please try to find what you can remember and what you can reproduce in your answer sheet. You have to just fill 3 pages, not more than that. In mains 365, it is given you can fill even 10 pages, but you don't need all those contents. You have to fill only 3 pages. And again, I have said repeatedly that in every answer that you see, maybe it is 10 marker or 15 marker, maybe you are writing 2 page or 3 page, almost 60 to 70% or maybe 50 to 60% of your answers consists of the connector words like and, I am, that, for, which, why, no, because, and all these things. Important part is the 30 to 40% or 20 to 30% of the keywords that are your answer specific. For example, if I'll say there is a question on 1857 revolt. The keywords here are Meerut and Mangal Pandey and Tantia Tope, Jhansi Rani and all those things. But what are the connected words? It spread through like this, it started in this, it started in, these all things means they are important, but they are connected words. So for example, while you are paging 3 to 4 pages, 3 pages, around 1.5 to 2 pages will be mostly of the connector words. In that you have to space your keywords in between. So please try to identify how many keywords and how many important facts you can remember for a topic, which will occupy around 50% of your page. Because the rest will be keywords, the rest will be connector words. I feel you are getting what I am trying to say. Because see, for example, I will say that 1857 revolt again. I will say that 1857 revolt started in Meerut and it spread in India like a wildfire. Something like that if I wrote. Here I will say that the 1857 is the keyword, Meerut is the keyword, rest all like the started in and spread in India like wildfire. They are something like the connector words. They are something like the non-core words. They are something, if you don't remember them as it is also, you can write something else and that is perfectly fine. But these words like 1857, Meerut, you cannot compromise them. So please remember all those words which you can space here and there, and you will make your answers very complete. This is the way in which you can do mains 365. If you will go through this approach, you can complete mains 365 maybe one book in maybe 2 to 3 hours, because just go through very important points. And again I will say, while you are doing mains 365, you can underline it, but I'll say please copy paste some important information in another notebook in point based format, because see, the main thing is FOMO, fear of missing out. So if you will mark it something by highlighter and all those things, and again you refer them, you will feel that okay, I have to read the top part and the bottom part, and the time will be wasted. Rather, I will say extract what all important information are there into another notebook and please read that, and that is fine. Don't get very tensed, because I'll just ask you one thing. Take 2021's question paper and take 2021's mains 365. Just see how many questions have come from mains 365 exclusively that you don't know how to answer. You will get your answers how much importance is of mains 365. Don't get very frightened. Be very selective in your approach, and you will know that mains 365 is important as such, because current affairs are important as such. But static part is much more important, because for example, this president election is the current part, but they will not ask that who was elected as the president of India this year. No, they will ask that what is the impeachment procedure of the president, how will you compare the function of the Indian president with the American president, what is the process of election of the president. This is the static part. It is derived from the current part. So that's why it is very important that you must put boundary to your preparation and go through as it is required. Now there is another question that is asked, that how many tests should we write now? See, for example, I'll say that if you haven't written any test, then I will say that please write maybe around some for each paper maybe 2 to 3 tests for one, because I'll say, because it has 2 to 3 reasons why I'm telling you that. Okay, number one thing, you should have a feel that how the hand feels while writing a 3-hour paper continuously. The hand feels very burdened, very burdened. The ones who have given, they only know it. Okay, this is one thing, and you have to continue writing with that. You cannot compromise. Number two thing, why it is important, you must know how much time you are taking to write the answers and what all steps that you need so that you can accomplish your answers. Maybe if you are writing very lengthy answers, you have to write it on only keywords. Maybe you are not doing any diagram, you have to add the diagrams. So this feel you will get only when you write the answers. Number three thing, why it is important, because you will see that, again I will say, okay, I'll discuss another part, but if you will see that in a GS1 question, there are different type of topic. One is society, one is history, one is geography. So here the mind has to gradually change. You are writing one history question, then the society, then geography. The mind has to change the subject. See, writing an all geography paper, 20 questions, 250 marks, all geography sectional paper is easier than writing the same 250 marks, 20 questions, but different subjects combined, because the mind has to switch. This is something that we generally ignore, but it happens. Okay, so that's why it is very important that you must have a feel that what is the final feeling of the exam. And in fact, I am giving you a very practical trick which I had failed in my first attempt because I didn't have the guidance back then. I am here to tell you now that number one thing, if you are practicing any question paper or test series, please try to complete it with 5 minutes in your hand. Why? Because I had not counted those 5 minutes. I used to, in fact, the first test I wrote, I completed it in exactly 3 hours. But gradually hampered me in the actual means. Why? Because in between your mains exam, the invigilator will come and they will ask you to bubble all those things, put your thumb impression. If I'm not wrong, they do that. I'm not sure about that, but the bubbling and all those part will happen while you write the mains. This time will be lost. Please be assured, this time is very important. 5 minutes, one question, 3 to 4 marks. And 3 to 4 marks in each paper. Consider 7 papers. 3 to 4 marks into 7, 4 into 7, 28 marks. You are out of the list or inside the list with your own cadre, with your own service preference. So that's why it is very important that please try to complete your answers with 5 minutes in your hand. Okay. And if you are completing it way before that, that is perfectly fine. Now there is another query. How should we answer the questions? Should we directly start answering all those questions that are there? Or means like 1 after 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or how should we answer? So this is something for around, there are 2 to 3 types of schools. I'll tell you that. Number 1, many toppers say, I attempt as it is, as they come. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It has its advantage and disadvantage. And in fact, many times I follow this approach itself. What are the advantages? You don't lose the time. And you don't have that feeling. Like, for example, I'll tell you the practical things. Okay. Many times what happens, like for example, if you write, like for example, if you segregate the questions, like there are in 10 marker, there are 2 geography questions, and in 15 marker, there are 3 geography questions. So total geography questions is 5 questions in GS 1 paper. Okay. So you think that, okay, I will attempt all GS geography questions first, then I will go to society, because in that case, your mind will not have to switch very immediately, because you will complete the geography at first completely, then you will go to society. So here your mind is not getting that inertia and all, you will write very good answers for all the geography questions. But what happens in this point, like for example, the geography question is 15th question, and you are writing, there are blank spaces, like 1, 2 you completed, then you directly turn the pages and go to 15th question and write. There are high chances, and many people have done that, they write 15th answer in the 16th question. This is something that is blunder. UPSC doesn't give any marks. Many people, they say they write the 15th answer in the 16th and 16th in the 15th. UPSC doesn't give, as far as I know. They got both the answers. So that's why, in fact, the advice that I had got when I asked my mentor, in fact, someone there, he said that if you have written a wrong answer in 18th, then don't write the 19th answer in the 18th. Please write the 18th in the 18th, because you will not be losing both the things. But I'm not sure about it. But this is what I feel. So why to go into all those things? Don't do that blunder. Na? While writing the answers of any question, please look at the question that is printed above it. It is very important. Okay. Now the next question that comes. So how do we write? So I write most of the times as it is, the questions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here the advantage is that you don't have a chance of writing wrong answer in the wrong question place. Okay. This is one thing that is there. Because at the end you have to write all the questions. It doesn't matter what you write, what you don't write. But there is one trick to it. I will tell you later. Okay. One, not trick, one caution point to it. Okay. I read. But what is the disadvantage? The brain has to switch very fast. Very fast. This is the thing. This is one way. The other way, you can club the questions, like answer all geography questions first, because you are in the inertia of geography, and if you answer 5 questions at a time, it is good. But there is the trick, there is the difficulty. What is that? You may write wrong answer in the wrong question place. Okay. So this is there. No, and what another thing is there, that in fact what my mentor Sri Puneet Yadav sir of SOMP most of the time says, you can identify what are the questions that you know the best. Please skim through all those things. He says it is good enough. Please skim through all the all the question paper, and find first very good important 7 questions that you know very beautifully, and write them first, because you will write the very best out of it, because the human brain also exhausts. By the time you write the 20th question, it is not fresh as it is while you are writing the first question. So he says many a times that you can write the questions that you know very well in the first place. So any of the 3 approach, that is perfectly fine, but you must find your own strength. In fact, in some I do this one, in some I do the middle part, and in some I do that one. So you must find your own, your own strength, and write accordingly. Then there is another point, like for example, for a question you don't know anything about it. You don't know anything about it. And you are on the way that, okay, I will fill all the 2 pages, and you write something. See, for that, you will not get any mark. Maybe a begging mark. They will throw out of pity, out of grace. Okay, 1 mark you take, okay. But here you have wasted 7 minutes because you are filling 2 pages. So don't do that. If you don't know a question, I will not say that leave it. Please write something relevant, but complete it within 2 to 3 minutes or 4 minutes. The rest 2 to 3 minutes that you say, please use it in another question. And that will help you a lot in gaining marks. Because in this question, no matter what you write, you will not get marks beyond the limit, because you are not addressing to the demand of the question, because if you don't know that. Please give that time to another question in which this will help you a lot. Okay, so this is something that how to write. Now there is another question, sir. How much color, what color pens that we can use? See again here, what color pens that you can use. The first thing is that I use mostly blue pen, and with that I underline in the black if I have time, or else I underline it in the blue. Okay, that is fine. I will not prefer you or ask you to use any other color pen except blue and green, blue and black, because these two pens are perfectly fine. But with respect to green or red, please don't use them. Red is the complete no. Green is also completely no, because I don't write them. You can use blue and black, and that is good. Okay. Now with respect to that is fine. Okay. Now what you say, if there is another thing like how many tests we have discussed. So this is the advantage of writing the test. So you will know in what pattern that you can write the test and all. So if you are a person who has not written any test, I will say please write 2 to 3 tests of each paper. In fact, but it is your own call, because in my first attempt also I didn't have time back then, and I had written very less test. But I had done extensive brainstorming, and that's why I got a respectable mark. It was not like very low. It was just 7 marks below the mains cutoff. Please do brainstorming and all. Regarding test, it is your own call, because see, if you write test, it has its benefit, no doubt. But please think about the ROI, return on investment, because you will be investing 3 hours, and after that you will be mentally as well as physically exhausted, because writing it and all those things. So please find that are you getting so much value after writing the test. If the answer is yes, please write. If the answer is no, don't write, because at the end it is your call, because you are going to be the future administrator. You have to take very beautiful and hard decisions. So it is your call, it is upon your understanding. And because another importance of test is that if you write something and you get feedback, you have to incorporate that in your next test. So that is important. Okay, that is all. Is there anything else that you want to ask with respect to mains and all? I feel more or less I have told you. If there is anything else, I'll take another session as such. But if there is anything that you want to ask specifically for mains, what all strategies and all those things, you can please ask now. Basically, because around 23 days are there, and I feel that you can write some test if possible. Please write some test, because it is important. And if you are writing also, please write it in the UPSC format. What UPSC format? That today write essay in the morning 9 to 12, then tomorrow in the 9 to 12 write GS1, 2 to 5 write GS2, then the next day 9 to 12 GS3, 2 to 5 GS4. Why it is important? Because you must know the the pain in your hand. After you write 3 hours, the pain in your hand will be there, your brain will be exhausted, and yet after 2 hours you have to pick your pen up and write again, and in that exhausted brain you have to rejuvenate. And what is more important is that you must know what to revise in between those 2 hours. You have to prepare your own notes that must be getting revised within maybe half an hour or 1 hour, because you will be getting 2 hours in between paper 1 and paper 2. So that is also very important, that you must also prepare. That's why it is important that giving test is one thing. That if you are writing a test like maybe 2 questions now, 2 questions after you eat, 2 questions in the night, it is fine for a practice and all, but that is not UPSC level. You must know the pain in your hand. After 2 hours the hand pains like anything. It feels like I'll throw the pen away. It happens. You can ask any means person who has written. If the person is someone who is very good practice, then he will say no. But most of the candidates, they will say I want to throw the pen away after 2 hours. But you have to place the faith in you have to tell yourself, no, I will write, and you will write it. So that is very important. That practice is there. That practice must be done. And this is which makes you an administrator at the end. It teaches you perseverance. It teaches you patience. It teaches you tolerance. It teaches you not to be reactive. And that's why mains is very important. Okay. And now I'll say, please don't neglect essay and ethics. Essay and ethics are the main, I feel essay, ethics and optional are the main game changer. Okay. Don't neglect essay and ethics, because the more you go closer to the exam, you feel very overburdened with your GS. Because GS is something that is like unending. You cannot complete it, even if you gave every day and every night. So please be very pragmatic. and give proper time to ascend ethics, because you know the level of leverage that it can give you to get you marks. Okay, so that's all that I wanted to say. If you have any other queries, you can please write. I'll say I'll try to clear it with respect to mains, and this is all that I wanted to say. Okay, and don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. Every moment now counts. uh, you will not get this opportunity. Okay, you will not get this opportunity. Maybe after 25th of September you can do whatever you want. You want to watch any web series, you fine. You want to watch any movie, that is also fine. But you will not get this time, and this is the time in which you can change your destiny. You can ask me, I can tell you. Okay, I can tell you. I used to go to the in fact in my city also, I used to go to the same library before the mains also. But after the rank came, the whole world changed. In my city also, whole world changed. Now everyone sees me with something like out of reverence, out of inspiration, out of admiration. This is not something I'm telling you to yearn for this, but this is something how your life changes after you get a rank. And now I can feel that how much amount of change I can bring in the life of others by doing justice to my service. This opportunity is given to you to realize in this 20-25 days. Okay, if you are able to utilize this 20-25 days very properly, you will get your chance to serve the people in the way that you want. Else also you will serve the people, that's fine, but in the way that you want. So that's why it is very important, and please don't waste the time. You will not get this opportunity, and in fact I say it is a time you can change the history. Your family will be so proud of you, your friends will be so proud of you, your city will be so proud of you, your school will be so proud of you, your college will be so proud of you, and most foremost, your parents, your family will be so proud of you. So that's why please give all that you have. In fact, I'll say the most happiest thing that you yourself will feel very confident that yes, I can do something for this society. So that's why it is very important. Don't neglect this time, and it is very important. Okay, don't neglect this time. This is okay. BMC library. Okay, fine. I have covered main 365 on my channel. On my channel, you can watch them. Okay, you can if that is there, you can there. Sir, UPSC English language importance. See, again. Yes. Very beautiful thing someone has asked. Like here comes, there are two papers. Okay, English and your mother tongue or any Indian language that you have to write while attempting the UPSC paper. Okay, what you say? Not UPSC paper, in the mains. Okay, you must be knowing. I am telling you again. There are 9 papers that you have to write. 3 hours, 27 hours you have to write within 9 days. Okay, 9 to 10 days. Okay, but what is important? 7 papers are the marks are counted. The rest 2 papers, their marks are not counted. They are just qualifying. English and your mother tongue. For me, it is ODI. Let's see, for English, I'll say you don't have to invest a lot of time now, but I'll just say, if when you have free time while you're eating or something, just go to previous year questions of UPSC, okay, of English language. You will see that the essay is there, the precis writing is there, the comprehension is there, and if you will write the paper as diligently as you write GS paper, it is not at all an issue. You will get very good marks beyond the cutoff. But if you think that okay, I will write in 1 hour and 1.5 hours, this is English paper, this is not counted, this is just a qualifying paper, then there are high chance that you might fail in them, because there are instances where people say that even IIM candidates from the very reputed B schools who speak English like anything, even we cannot comprehend them, they've also failed. So don't neglect any paper. In fact, your mother tongue also don't neglect. Please go through the pattern that is there. The grammar part is there. Please try to go through some grammar videos. Maybe 1 to 2 hours you will invest and you will get, because a lot of questions are getting repeated. And please see how to write precis and all those things, and you will write good. Okay. So English paper has importance, because if you fail in that, you fail. Okay. Okay. Sir, could you prepare banking and notes? Yes, you can prepare, but I will say that it needs proper strategy. If you want to prepare banking and civil services, you can do that. Many people do that, and many people have succeeded in that, but it needs proper strategy. You have to see what is the convergence, what is the divergence, and if I am doing it, can I manage both properly? And that is the key only. There is no other key. It is possible, but I'll say it will be challenging, because you have to manage your time. Okay. So how many tests should we write? That's what I say. It is upon your what you say. It is your call. I cannot say anything. I would say that if you don't have not written any test, because again I'll say please write 2 to 3 tests of each paper. But again, that might be very high of me to tell you, because each paper takes around 3 hours, and if you have not prepared your content properly, how you can write? So it is your own call, and it is up to you how you can write. And I have enlisted what are the advantages of writing the test. If you have already all those advantages, then you can maybe reduce the number of papers. Okay, that is fine. As mains is approaching, my hours of study are decreasing instead of no. See, this is something that is very important that you've said. Your hours of study are getting decreased. You are telling. I will say this is the time where your hours of study must increase. I'll tell you one thing, okay. Last time before giving mains, I fell a bit ill, okay. And the plans that I had made, I couldn't complete it. You must be knowing. And that's why I saw that in my GS3 paper, the marks are a bit low. Why GS3 paper marks are a bit low? Because GS3 has a specific set of facts that you have to remember. And I had planned that I will read them at the end. And I couldn't do that. In GS1, GS2 and GS4, it is mostly analytical, it is mostly conceptual. But in GS3, it needs a lot of facts and all. So I couldn't complete them. That's why my marks in GS3 was low, and I knew that it will be less. So that's why don't waste your time now, because you don't know. You might fall ill, there might be some issue, there might be some problem. So please try to utilize your time now. And in fact, the more you go closer to mains, make yourself feel a bit relaxed. Because with relaxed mind, if you will write the paper, you will get good marks. That is for sure. No doubt in that. So that is that. It is important, but don't compromise on your time now. Please make optimum utilization, because this time you will not get again. You never know. You will get it again in your life or not. Given prelims is so unpredictable. I don't know if I will clear the prelims again. Given the prelims is so unpredictable, please use this time as if this is the final time you are getting this time. Okay, so I cannot say more about it. Okay, just a minute. Writing skill of philosophy of religion. See, philosophy of religion, I have said in the master session on philosophy, I have discussed that how we will write. You can write. I have said that please go beyond. Please write what you see in your religion. Please put specific facts and all. I have discussed that. Okay. So how many pages are given for ethics? Okay, for ethics case studies now. Mostly sometimes 4 pages are given, sometimes 5 pages are given, as far as I remember 4 to 5 pages are there. Okay, so should we focus on revising more or writing more at this moment? See, again I'll say that you have to balance it out. In fact, the more you go nearer to mains, you can reduce your writing a bit, because it makes you physically and mentally exhausting. But you can write now, no issues with that. You can write now, get a feel how it feels while writing a 3-hour paper, and you can write now. In fact, I'll say as you go nearer and nearer to mains, it should not be like your hands are have stopped working before 7 weeks. Like for example, if you are not writing any test during the last 7 days, your hand will have inertia and it will not function properly. So every day you write something and something. If you are not writing test, please write brainstorming. Please remember all the facts and note them down. So that is very important. Okay, sir, my doubt of philosophy of religion. Please ask, what is your doubt of philosophy of religion? How to compare your answers? Oh, I have done a video on self-evaluation. You can check that. In fact, I will say, go through any topper's copy and try to see that what you would have written and what they have written. How you would have presented your answers and how they have presented. If you are getting some value addition, please incorporate. That is the way of comparing. In fact, you can check it with the model answers. How should our notes contain whether issues or way forward? See, I'll say again, go through the topper's notes. There are a lot of topper's notes which are available. Rank 1 have there, rank 17 has there. Many of the topper notes are available. You can refer to any of them and you will know how to write. In fact, I will say, if you are preparing diagrams and all, you can do that, because a lot of people are doing that. So a lot of toppers are doing that. This is your own way. In fact, I have seen toppers who have made separate lists of diagrams, way forwards, introductions, ready-made introduction, conclusion, and some they don't do, yet they get ranked. It is up to you. Okay. Are you going for FC? No, I have skipped FC. I am writing mains this time. Okay. What kind of questions are asked? Oma's interview is something I feel one of my colleagues is doing a video on that. You can watch that, because I have not appeared in Oma's interview, so I will not be a proper person to answer that. Okay. Is it similar with OPS? Yes, it must be similar. That I can say. That Oma's interview would be similar to OCS, but in fact they might ask something about municipal administration, like the urban local body and all those things. For the ones who don't know what is OMAS is Odisha Municipal Administrative Service. This is a separate cadre that is there in Odisha for municipal administration. And for the ones who are writing UPSC, please note this exam, because you can use it as a best practice in your answers. While you are writing about what our urban local bodies are suffering, Please give this example that Odisha, like preparation of cadres for municipal administration, for panchayat administration, separate cadres. This is the best practice. Okay, this is a way forward that you can give. So please note them down. OMAS. Okay, and in fact for OMAS interview, yes, it would be similar to OCS interview as far as I know. Okay, flash notes इस स्टेज पे कैसे बनाए जाएं, और अगर अब तक नहीं बनाए, सी शिवम जी, I have seen many toppers who say that they make the flash notes only during the last 30-40 days. And this is not something very, this thing. I'll say why. See, you will revise something. Now, for example, take the thing of NGO. You are revising NGO, okay. You kept your NGO book here, and please have a pen and paper on the right side. You read NGO, okay, formal institution, this. Just write the keyword over there. Okay, this committee is there. Okay, just write the committee. Okay, this is the best practice. Write the best practice. You have made your flash notes. That's it. And in fact, I will say you can see the flash notes of some toppers. In fact, I saw the flash notes or the last moment notes of Miss Mehak Jain, rank 17. She has a separate channel for that, and her answers, her flash notes are very beautiful. In fact, I will say I had seen that, and you can refer to them. Okay, that is fine. Yeah. Okay. Sir, prelims content, current content so vast. Okay, see again, Vidixji, prelims, I have talked it many times also before that it is the PYQ that is very important. Please try to find the interlinkage and all those things. So that's the way out. I have talked it before, okay. And specifically, it is the same thing that I am saying always, that PYQs are the very important sources. Please try to find what are the important current affairs that can affect the nation, and you will get your answers. And in fact, more than that, you need a knack of solving prelims paper. And in each question, UPSC gives a hint which option is incorrect. If you know that, you will clear prelims. No issues with that, as far as I know. PYQ को basic block रखना चाहिए या model answers of test series? See, PYQ is something that is non-compromisable. Again, I say, what are the uses of PYQ? PYQ का uses यही है कि you will get what are the important themes that UPSC considers it as important, not I consider it as important. It is the key to know the mind of the UPSC paper setters. Just like preamble is the key to know the mind of the constitutions, PYQs are the key to know the minds of the UPSC paper setters. So you will know what are the important themes. And based on that, you can check your model answers. In model test series also have similar contents. So PYQ say you know that what all themes are important, and please overlap it with your model test series, and please collect good value addition points and all those things. You are done. Okay. Yes. Yes, I have suggested some topper note. I said rank 17, Mehak Jain ji. There is one, you can refer to notes of the Miss Shruti Sharma, rank 1 this year. She has written phenomenal answers. Phenomenal answers. It is so beautiful. Example in each and every point. It is very important. The substantiation part, she has done phenomenally. You can refer her answers. In fact, for the other toppers note, in fact, we have notes of topper Sri Shubham Bhaisare. He has very good compilation of books and committee recommendations and Supreme Court judgments. In fact, last year rank 1, Sri Shubham Kumar ji, you can refer his notes. We have Vaibhav Rawat ji, last year, IAS, you can refer his notes. So it is a thing, you have to go through different toppers notes, and you can feel in which topper note you are getting very comfortable, in which you are getting the vibrations that you need, and you can refer them. Okay. Awesome, sir. Thank you. Case studies 90 minutes में खत्म नहीं हो पा रहे हैं, sir. See again, Shivam ji, this is something that someone had asked. In fact, we have a selected candidates group, and there someone asked that how do we do. So basically, one of my fellow colleague also answered there that many times you can even if this is not my opinion as such, I am telling you the opinion of another topper as such. They say that please try to restrict yourself. Don't be in a urge that I have to fill all the pages. Please try to answer what all things are there. Many say they don't write the stakeholder and all those things. But if you'll ask me, I have a bit of speed handwriting. I write the stakeholders, I write fact and figure, I write everything. I complete the thing. But if you are not able to complete them within the time, I will say that maybe you can write what are the very important parts, and within the time limit, just write whatever is possible and go to the next one. And please try to find, please try to find the important themes of case studies. Like for example, one is corruption, one is not non-competence. So please make a framework beforehand, and you can apply them as such. This is important. Okay. Yes. Okay. Case studies. How many tests should be written? See, again I say there is no ideal thing. It's up to you. You can write whatever is possible. See, basically you don't have much time now. Only 23 days are there. In that you have to do a lot of things. So please write what makes you comfortable, what gives you confidence, and that is fine. Sir, which other exams can we prepare? We can apply after. You can apply any other exam for which you are eligible. You can do that. You can appear your state PCS, the EPFO, the RBI, the SEBI. Lot of exams are there. You can do that. GS3 में सिक्योरिटी एनवायरमेंट डीएम साइंस टेक में पार्ट में कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं आ रही टॉपिक कंप्लीशन का. व्हाट्स द क्विक फिक्स? सी शिवम जी, द बेस्ट क्विक फिक्स इज दैट प्लीज यूज योर लॉजिकल माइंड. Please use your logical mind. See, for example, if a question comes, like for example, the LED thing came, the blue LED last time, okay. This no one has prepared. I hadn't prepared. If at those point of time I would say that I thought that I don't know this and I will not write this, I would have lost marks. What I wrote, I know about LED. LED is something that I use every day. What would be blue LED? Blue LED might be something related with ocean. But I cannot write, as I don't know what exactly is blue LED, I wrote it very diplomatically. I wrote all the characteristics of LEDs, and somewhere I put the ocean words or the blue part or something and linked it with the SDG. SDG 1314 is there, something all with water, life below water and all those things for conservation of water and something. So here it is like I wrote it very diplomatically. For example, even if the blue LED is not concerned with the ocean also, the examiner has to give mark, because I have not made it a complete thing, because I am not sure about that. I wrote about LED, and blue LED is a type of LED, so he has to give some mark. And if it is blue LED, then he will find some ocean words here. He will give me good marks. So that's all. Don't please use your common sense and write your answers. That is very important. And please, I mostly write the question that I don't know very diplomatically. I feel that is that is my strength as such. You have to find your own strength and you write your answers. And there is no question in UPSC that you don't know as such, if it is analytical. Yes, there are questions which are very factual that you might don't know. For example, the question that I had asked that which was the year of millet or something that they had asked. Okay, this is a purely what you say in 2021 they asked 1 year. Okay, this was purely factual. So someone wrote 2012, someone wrote 2015, someone wrote 2021. I didn't write 2012, 2015. I wrote that was the year where the production was very high, and the world the world community came together to protect that or do that or increase the production or something like that. I wrote. Okay, so here I hadn't written, because if I assume the year would have been 2016, if I would have written 2021 or 20, then it is a cut. She will not give me mark. But here I have written diplomatically. If she wants to give, she can give. Or if she doesn't want, that is fine. Because I don't know the answer. Whatever she gives, the examiner gives, is a gain for me. Okay, so that's it. Please don't use your logical brain while writing. Okay. हाँ, नहीं आ रहा. So quick fix वही है. Again I'll say कि आपको अगर इसका डाउट लग रहा है, मैं again बोलूँगा, रैंक 17 महक जैन जी हैं, उनके क्विक फिक्स, उनके शॉर्ट नोट्स देख लीजिए. दे आर वेरी हेल्पफुल. इट विल हेल्प यू. वो है, यू कैन डू दैट. एंड अदर टॉपर्स के भी हैं, सभी टॉपर्स के अपने अपने नोट्स हैं, किसी का भी उठा लीजिए यार. टॉपर्स लोग आपके लिए तो नोट्स बना के रखे हैं, कौन यूज़ करेगा उन्हें? आप ही यूज़ करेंगे. सो परफेक्टली फाइन, आप यूज़ कीजिए उन्हें. ठीक है. यस. और कुछ है जो आपको डाउट लगता है मेंस के लिए? अगर है तो बोलिए, बात कर लेंगे. एल्स वी विल फिनिश इट ऑफ. मेंस है भाई, अभी टाइम इंपॉर्टेंट है, एक एक मिनट काउंट्स. कोई फिलोसफी ऑफ रिलीजन का डाउट पूछ रहे थे, कुछ है क्या? और ओके, आई फील वो अभी नहीं है हमारे साथ सेशन में. यार उनका चैनल का लिंक यहाँ कैसे पोस्ट करूंगा, वो अभी मैं नहीं कर पाऊंगा. मैं भी कमेंट में कर लूँ, बट आप यार नेट में जाके मारिए, नेट में नहीं, टेलीग्राम पे जाके मारिए MEHAK, HE नहीं HAK, महक जैन मारिए and AIR 17, you will get the, वो सर्च में ही आ जाएगा. इट इज a public channel, you can get that. ओके. या फिर ये जब वीडियो खत्म होगा ना, आप एक बार कमेंट करना, क्योंकि अभी के कमेंट, द कमेंट्स दैट यू आर मेकिंग नाउ, I don't get it after the video ends. You can comment after this video ends and I will try to put that. Okay. And there are other toppers also. She is, her notes are perfectly fine because I had gone through them and they are very good. But the point is that I don't have my notes because I rely on other toppers' notes and I just do value addition on that. So that's what I was also searching something. So I got that. You can write, you can find other topics. सर सेल्फ डिसिप्लिन के लिए क्या करूं? सेल्फ डिसिप्लिन के लिए क्या करना है हमने बताया ये. These are all things we have discussed in the previous session. अभी डिस्कस नहीं करेंगे. मैंने 1000 बता दिया. मोटिवेशन वगैरह का बहुत सेशन किया है. You can watch them. If I go on and the video will get another 1 hour. So self discipline वही है. Have inner motivation. Why you want to do, and please focus on that, and you will do good. Nothing. Have faith on yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Have faith on yourself. You can do anything and everything. ये faith आ गया ना आपके अंदर. Done. Deal is done. IAS कुछ भी नहीं है उसके सामने. आप बहुत आगे निकल जाएंगे. ठीक है, तो हैव फेथ ऑन योरसेल्फ. कुछ भी कर लेंगे सर. क्या है मतलब जीवन जी रहे हैं. लिविंग इज द बिगेस्ट थिंग नाउ. If you are living, you are doing very big things. So don't doubt yourself. Okay. Yes. Okay. Doing monthly magazine is necessary or what else to cover? See, आप मंथली मैगजीन कर सकते हैं. अदर वे है PT 365. इनफैक्ट मैं जो बोलता था, मैं ऑल इंक्लूसिव IAS बोल के एक चैनल है उनका, जो करंट अफेयर्स बहुत अफोर्डेबल रेट्स में मिलता है, आप वो देख सकते हैं. एनीथिंग इज फाइन. हाउ टू प्रिपेयर नोट्स ऑफ CA और स्टडी. यार नोट्स ऑफ CA ना, I feel I might not be the good person to say it. इनफैक्ट इसके अलग अलग वीडियोस हैं, बहुत सारे टॉपर्स ने बनाया, आप कुछ भी देख लीजिए. यार नोट्स ऑफ CA का क्या ही है, मैं बोलूँगा कीवर्ड्स ही लिखना होता है. आप प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन देखिए वो क्या पूछते हैं, उस हिसाब से जो जो रेलेवेंट है वही कीवर्ड लिखिए. वही है नोट्स. बन गया आपका नोट्स. छोटा छोटा बनाइए. यही तो है, कोई बात नहीं. ठीक है. हाँ, आई फील हमने बहुत कुछ बात कर लिया. वी हैव डिस्कस्ड अ लॉट, एंड इनफैक्ट आई फील द पीपल हु आर गिविंग मेंस दिस टाइम दे विल डू फैबुलसली वेल. उनके मन में कोई शंका नहीं रहनी चाहिए. सी, आप जब मेंस देंगे, द मोमेंट यू विल गो टू गिव मेंस, you might feel a lot of anxiety and all those things, but the moment you see the paper, everything you will remember and you will write very good answers. I am ensuring you that. And that's all. Go with confidence. You will do anything and everything that is possible. Okay. Sir, did you appear in? Yes, I had appeared this time for the first time and I had given mains. The results are not yet declared. So that is that I had appeared this time first. Okay. OCS, Odisha Civil Services. Okay. Yeah. Please take care. Please do good. Be a good person. And that's all that I wanted to say. Thank you again for being here. Namaskar. Stay happy and stay safe. That's all. Thank you. If you have any other queries, we will have another session. Okay, fine. Namaste. Nothing like that. No paragon. I'm not a paragon of virtues. There is only one paragon. The one you used to wear. And that can be used to beat also. Okay, all the best for means. Thanks a lot. It means a lot. Thanks a lot. In fact, all the best to you also, and to every one of you who are writing mains. I pray to the Almighty that you must reach your destination this time itself. ठीक है, चलिए, bye bye, namaste. Please take care, stay happy, stay safe. Please become an IAS officer. Okay. I'm trying to that. I'm trying to become an IAS officer. Okay. Please. Okay. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Okay, we will meet again. Okay, and again, this is a moment I have got. Okay, please pardon me. There are a lot of mails and a lot of things that I'm not able to do. A lot of things that I had planned, but I'm not able to do. You must be knowing. I've said you also. I had been last few days have been quite troublesome for me, and trying to reconcile things and all those things. And in fact, I have my own mains beforehand, so I'm trying to do whatever is possible. So please pardon me for anything and everything that is there. After the mains are over, we will do everything that you will demand. Okay. That's क्या करते हैं एग्जॉस्टेड स्टेट में? क्या करते हैं? कुछ नहीं. याद कीजिए why you want to be a civil servant or why you want to crack that exam. It will give you motivation. Just remember why you want to become. No more than that. It will give you motivation. You haven't seen that in the movies and all. The hero would be dying and all, and the heroine or someone or his mother will just come, oh Viru, and he will remember this thing. Then he will wake up and do all these things. Yahi hai yaar. You have to. There is no one else outside to call you. Just you have to call yourself. Please call yourself. Why you want to become this exam? Why you want to clear this exam? You will clear. Okay. So no issues with that. Okay. The best motivation is your own motivation. Don't rely mostly on the outside motivation, because they are the supply might end, but inner motivation is always surplus, renewable energy. Okay, yeah, please try, okay, thanks a lot, and stay happy, stay safe. Okay, I'm ending the session over here. Namaste, bye bye. Bye bye. Take care. Okay. How many questions you know for sure in GS 1 to 3? See, again, for sure you will be knowing almost 17 to 18 questions for sure. Means you might not know all the content for the 20 questions. Even you might know content for only maybe 13, 14 in a very good manner. And for the rest 5 to 6 you just have heard about and you have to write out of something. And in fact, for 2 to 3 questions you might be completely clueless. So that is that. Don't get frightened. Please use your logical brain and you can write them. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you again. Namaste. Stay safe. Stay happy. Namaste. Shubhratri. Bye bye. Jai Hind. Ending the session.